Hello, guys. Hello, guys, and welcome to the Vampire Justice Masquerade live stream. Let me start to get the music turned off here. Let me turn this down. So I am going to turn the music back up while I get posted to Twitter, but we are live now. Welcome, guys. Give me just 1 second. The actual stream is about to start soon. I'm just getting a link posted to Twitter real quick here. Going to paste and post and pin. Okay, now I'm going to close that. I'm going to turn off the music, guys. We're getting ready to start. Let me make this full screen here. Let me Let me tab over here, and you guys should now be seeing what I am seeing in VR. All right. Oops. Okay, there we go. That was kind of weird. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Hang on just 1 second, guys. Let me put you guys back on here. It seems like I am having a boundary issue. Hang on just 1 second here. I'm going to have to, looks like I'm going to have to... I guess let me create a new boundary. I'm going to have to create a new boundary, guys. Give me just 1 second here to expand that boundary out. Oops, no, I don't want a stationary boundary. I want... Okay. Give me just 1 second, guys. All right, let me draw a nice big boundary here. That way I have enough room to move around wherever I want to go. I gotta connect that there. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. It's the little technical things that always get you. Okay, so let me come back here to gameplay. Now you should be seeing what I am seeing. There we go. Let me put this down here. Hopefully that is the last time that something like that happens. But guys, welcome. So we are taking a little break from playing Assassin's Creed Nexus. We're doing a impression stream. This is kind of a review stream because I have played this game up to the final boss. So I really can't call this a first impression stream. That's why I'm calling this, more of a second impression or a review stream, because I don't think I am going to do like an actual scripted review. I think I'm just going to play through the first couple of levels of this game on a live stream and just kind of talk about my thoughts of the game in general. But one of the reasons why I wanted to actually, let me open up a window on the phone here. There we go. Let me just make sure that... Okay, there we go. All right. But yeah, I've compared this game quite a bit to Assassin's Creed Nexus, and I feel like I've kind of spoken negatively a lot of this game. And while I don't think it's nearly as well designed and as feature rich as Assassin's Creed Nexus, I by no means think this is a bad game. It just feels like a much more condensed version of what this game is trying to be. So let's go ahead and let's start a new game here, and we'll go with we'll go with that.
My sire was a cruel teacher. And the guilty should go unpunished.
We'll go with the dude's voice. We are standing, and we're going to go ahead and start the game. So first of all, just talking about the design of this game. So I'm not too familiar with the Vampire Masquerade series. I didn't really play it myself. I watched my roommate.
I know it is customary for an elder to get fragments an introduction into the world of the kindred. Unfortunately, you'll have to make do with me. You know me already. I'm Justice. It's not my real name, but I'm not sure that's important to anyone anymore. It certainly isn't for me. Mahmoud, my sire, gave me the nickname. At first just to mock me, then to keep me on the path, as he used to say. Eventually I embraced it. It's what drives me, and it's only natural that I identify with it completely. I, like you, am a child of Hakim. Our services were called for at times by the New York Kindred Lords, but mostly we followed our own agenda. We killed for the greater good, and we kept to ourselves among the ancient texts and relics he had found over the centuries. And then he was killed, and one of his most prized relics was stolen. I inquired among the Camarilla, but no one offered any help. Too busy playing their own power games.
Okay, so you actually have to grab
That's
the
when
phone.
They contacted me. Said someone in the Hakata was behind it. That if
Not
I wanted
the Hakata.
justice, I should go to Venice.
Okay.
Local leaders, they're afraid to stir the pot. Maybe something unseemly floats in the surface.
So we are returning to
I commit to
Venice,
something today that might bite you in the ass tomorrow.
and I am playing this on the MetaQuest 3.
Venice, Italy. There was a Nosferatu waiting for me there. The low ground. Someone that could help me. But Kaiser said he did have an agenda of his own.
Okay, so really quickly setting up the story. Your mentor, or I guess maybe your creator, was murdered, and a precious artifact of his was stolen. You've got a lead that the person responsible is located in Venice. I'm supposed to go talk to this Nosferatu who lives in Venice to see if I can find out more information.
There was no love between me and my sire. Every sunrise I cursed him for the life he gave me, but he was right about one thing. The guilty must be punished. I knew that someone had to pay, and the Nosferatu named Pietro would lead me toward them.
Maybe you can find a way to help each other. Oh, and if you make it back, do remember who gave you the tip.
Okay, hang on just 1 second, guys. Let me get my... forgot to plug in the battery pack. Okay, find the entrance to the sewer tunnels. Alright. It's right here. Give me just 1 second, guys. I want to make sure that we have plenty of juice to get far enough into this game for me to feel like I'm really giving a long enough dive on the impressions. So, first of all, I definitely want to make sure that I do give credit where credit is due. My first hour or two of this game, my impressions were incredibly positive. Like this game, the first view that you get of a modern day Venice, looks really good and is running incredibly on the Quest 3. My PSVR 2 is still out of commission, so I don't have anything to compare it to other than my Quest Pro. I will say that the enhancements on the Quest 3 make a difference. It's mostly just in resolution and anti-aliasing, but the game looks so much more clear on the upgraded processor of the Quest 3. One cool thing, they added a little liquid animation to this bottle here, so it looks like there's liquid in it, and then you throw the bottle hard enough to break it, you can see the liquid come out. Unlike Assassin's Creed Nexus, the throwing isn't based on where you're looking. It is completely based on the angle and how you throw it with your arm. So you'll see that there are rats in the game. Let's see, let me get reacclimated to the controls here, and this is a little bit different than Assassin's Creed. Okay, press R to crouch. Okay, so no big surprise here. The game starts you in a little tutorial level. All right. So let's see. To kind of give this game the full benefit of the doubt, I think I am going to go by my Assassin's Creed Nexus rules and try and really get into it by crouching in real life. Oops. That is kind of a cool effect that you can see the the liquid inside the bottle. Something that I mentioned in my playthroughs of Assassin's Creed is how nice the sky looks, and how the sky looks an appropriate level of distance away from the rest of the architecture. And I think it stands out so much in Assassin's Creed Nexus because in games like this and Robinson's The Journey, the sky looks like it is so much closer than the sky should be in real life. It feels like you're in this kind of more enclosed dome than being, outside in a real life sky. And the sky here, the stars, it looks like a fairly low resolution texture, where the skies in Assassin's Creed Nexus look absolutely stunning. I'm just wowed by them every time. Also, you get a whole lot more diversity in the skyboxes in Assassin's Creed Nexus. Obviously, Vampire Masquerade, you're playing as a vampire, so it's always going to be at night. But they don't do anything to make it look really any different. Now you do get outside levels. You do get a couple of levels where you're inside buildings, and you do get a couple of levels where you're inside sewers. So it's not all exactly the same, but compared to the level of variety that's in Assassin's Creed Nexus, this game does kind of start to look and feel a little bit samey after a little while. All right, so climbing works very similarly to Assassin's Creed Nexus. You don't get the hen icons on the things that you can climb. You just kind of have to see if it looks climbable and hope that it is. So one thing that fans of the Vampire Masquerade series might notice right away is this really doesn't look like a Vampire Masquerade game. And I'm not just talking about art style, but Vampire Masquerade is an RPG's RPG. And from the very start of the game, you select a class, so you can choose to be more of a brawler, more of a range specialist, more of a bard-like character. In Vampire Masquerade Justice, the VR game, there is none of that. What this game, gameplay-wise, more reminds me of, and a lot of reviewers have mentioned the similarities, is this game feels a lot more like a Dishonored game than a Vampire Masquerade game. In multiple respects, the more kind of oil-painted art style is very reminiscent of the art style in Dishonored, and the gameplay is very, very similar to the gameplay in Dishonored. Of course, sans these VR elements. But the first power that you get a selection of a few powers here, is the blink ability. Works just like, and I think it's called blink in Dishonored 2, but works exactly like the blink function in the Dishonored game. So, my first impressions were like, holy shit, a Dishonored game, but in VR, like, fucking sign me up. And it looked like it might live up to that, but I was left a little bit disappointed, and we'll get into why as we get into the game. Talking about how lively the city compares, that was one of the things I kept saying in Assassin's Creed Nexus, is how the city feels alive. This city, it does feel like some things are going on, but you don't have near as much of the bombast as the large crowds, the fireworks going off. It feels much more like a city on lockdown, and that's fine. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It sets up the atmosphere and tone for the game, and as we're going to see in this letter, we can see that Venice is not in a very good state. I used to love it here, even with all the tourists doing their best to ruin everything, but I'm almost happy they're evacuating us. I can't stand another day of rain. When will it stop? So, no rain, sadly, but the city is being evacuated. That is going on. That's another thing that kind of is reminiscent of Dishonored, is the downtrodden feel of the city. Dishonored, of course, had the plague. This, we know the city is being evacuated, but we don't know why. Interacting with the environment feels really good and really solid. Using your hand to push things out of the way feels good and intuitive. All right, your heightened senses, I'm reading this sign here, can sense hidden details in the environment. Hold left trigger to aim with your hand to search for clues. If you sprint, the effect will be canceled. So you would think that this works something like Eagle Vision in Assassin's Creed Nexus, and it does have its purposes. It does let you see some useful information. You can see the heart inside of the rat, so it lets you know that there is some way for you to interact with it. This becomes important later on when there are certain enemies that also have vampiric powers. They have the power to disappear. When they disappear, if you go into your vampire sense mode, even though you can't see their body, you can see their heart. But this is a mechanic that works very, very intermittently. Sometimes I would be in a level searching for something, and the vampire senses did nothing. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get arrows pointing to your objective, which, is kind of nice. I don't mind removing some elements of hand-holding. Okay, so we got the key that we need. That key is going to belong to this door.
The rain had been pouring down for months and had just let up. The whole city was breathing a collective sigh of relief. It was cold and humid, but I felt something else in the air too. Something unnatural. Like the city itself was trying to keep me away.
Okay. I know baked in lighting, but the lighting in this game looks really nice. It adds you can how you can tell that those shadows are baked in shadows is you can see that the clothes are waving in the wind there, but the shadows are completely still. All right. Okay, so I've got one person out there. So something else that I think I mentioned in the Assassin's Creed Nexus was something about the stereoscopic overlap. That's what gives you the 3D effect and makes things look large. This, it looks like it's not quite done quite right or done quite to scale. Like, things have scale, things do look big, but they look slightly on the flat side. Also, with some of the when you see things like the icons and stuff off in the distance, sometimes under certain conditions they can kind of have like this duplicating effect, like the images aren't quite matched up properly. But it's just sometimes. Okay, so we're going to learn a new skill here. Hold B, that's the button to blink, and aim at an enemy. It'll perform what's called a blink attack. All right, so it said it's looking like you're going to get a variety of way to dispatch enemies. So, oh no, I'm getting hungry. Come here, rat. I do like... Oh, nice. This was one of the patches that they said they put in the game, that the rats don't automatically disappear after they die. So now you get like a cool limp rat corpse. This was how it was when I first played the game to play with. Okay, that's...
You could have avoided this if you just stayed where you were supposed to.
Okay, so obviously something bad is going on in the city. We read that letter that it's being evacuated, and some kind of a gang or something has taken control.
They were lucky to get out alive.
Okay, drinking the blood of living mortals also heals you. Grab your victim, lean into their neck to drink their blood, pull away at the right time for an
It would be nice if
of hunger.
Someone wants it. Wonder what happened to the other guys.
I wonder what happened to your neck. Okay, so you shove them away while it's in that little red window. You get your tummy gets extra full, your health gets extra full, and the bodies disappear more quickly. Again, this was one of those mechanics that I had a blast with during my first hour of the game, is sneaking up behind them, actually having to stick out your hands in real life, grab their shoulders, pull them in. You don't have to open your mouth, but I always open my mouth and make the bite gesture, and that was a lot of fun. But sometimes when that's all there is, it gets a little old. You'll see what I'm talking about. You know what? Let me check the battery and see how much juicy juice we got here. 91%. Nice. Okay. So battery pack is serving us well. The climbing feels maybe a tad bit more sticky than in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and a lot more contextual. Where Assassin's Creed Nexus felt like it was trying to where it felt like it was constantly trying to give us interesting paths and make sure that it made sense, but all felt varied and gave us a wide array to express ourselves through movement. This game feels like, look, there are certain things that you can climb those things, and that's how you move about. It feels far less expressive, which, again, for a lower budget game, for a smaller studio, that's not bad. I'm not saying this is a bad attempt. But it does go for a good demonstration of, why am I praising Assassin's Creed Nexus so hard? What is the true difference and that true gulf between a true AAA game and something on a smaller scale like Vampire Justice? Okay. So let's see. So as you can see here, like, the neon signs look cool. It sounds like the skyboxes work out much better on PSVR 2. Like I said, a dog got a hold of my my controller, and my PSVR 2 is a little out of commission because they do not sell controllers separately. sadly. And yeah, we're Assassin's Creed Nexus. You know, anything that had like an edge like this, you could climb. This game, it's just these certain climbable objects that you can, you know, actually grab a hold of and climb. Okay, Cloak of Shadows. So X opens up your power wheel, and this will become populated by more powers. The first power that you have access to is called Cloak of Shadows. And, you know, once again, like Dishonored, the powers that you get are ways to either evade or kill your enemies. Oops. Okay, so you have to be anonymous. But while I'm holding A, this guy can't see me, so I can walk right past him. It does drain your blood meter, so now I am hungry. And when the blood meter runs out, then I won't be able to use any of my powers anymore.
I'll cover this area.
But you can see that you know, everything is really, really basic. It's one enemy at a time, and you have no trouble sneaking up on them and performing stealth takedowns. And you know, I'm like, okay, this is just a tutorial. That's not that bad. But as I learned, this section right here, which felt super reminiscent of a Dishonored level, in the way that it's designed, and the way that you know, electrical objects sort of, you know, glow, is about as complex as the entire game gets. Like, you do have a few areas where you have a few more guards, but like this right here is about it. And the game only goes to get easier as you obtain powers. All right. So let's see here.
Keep on getting the work done, you know. Gonna get any visitors tonight?
Okay, let me pull up my sleeves. It's kind of cold outside, so you know, when I take the dogs out, I'm wearing a thermal, but my house holds really well. So it does get warm in the house. Like I said, I do try and keep the windows closed. Let me get those guys all the way over there right now.
Probably nothing, but no one's getting past me, that's for sure.
All right. So with this, there's no like parkour system like in Assassin's Creed or Stride. You know, you can like climb and pull yourself over ledges, but you don't have that running where, like, you know, I can't be like, ooh, I'm gonna run and jump to that ledge and jump to that ledge. You know, it's very, very much more like stop and go and okay, let's see. So I'm gonna use a rock because I want to get this lady.
Anything happening?
I want to get this lady to go all the way
What was that?
down there. Oops.
Search in progress.
Nope, I don't want to take her out.
Nothing here.
Ah, dang it.
I'll take a look. We're coming for you.
Ah. Okay. So I'm hoping by doing that, her body will disappear by the time the guards come over here to check, so she doesn't cause suspicion. Yep, and the body has disappeared. Oh, wait, hang on, I need to... All right. So I need to follow this to start the power so I can open that door. Okay, let me see if I can find... So I am using my vampire sense, and it is leading me to where I need to go. So this game does kind of, I guess, get away from being, super duper basic. Once you start to get some of your powers, I guess, a little bit, maybe.
Oh, so tired of this shit. That's it. Don't let your...
Like my friends, they disappeared.
Damn it.
Okay. So it's telling me where I need to go. All right. Okay. I'm climbing like this is Assassin's Creed, where I don't have the ability to just blink. Okay. Use Cloak of Shadows, sneaking up on enemies before they spot you. Open Discipline Will, yada yada. Cloak of Shadows. Got it. Okay, I've already mastered Cloak of Shadows. That was something that I hardly ever used in my playthrough. Okay. So let this lady walk past. Now I have a clear path to sneak up. And drink her blood. And it does feel like, I will say, the game has been patched since I've last played. It does feel like, getting off the bite in time feels a lot more responsive. Okay, let me get back up. And unlike Assassin's Creed Nexus again, you can go up to this like mid-level of the rooftops, but you don't have the ability to go all the way up to the rooftops and navigate the city that way. You're stuck at sort of that second level or third level up there. You don't get to go all the way to the top. Okay, so turning that on, open up the store.
There's something in the air. Something uncanny.
Look at
the
how...
opposition I faced was far stronger than it should be. Mere mortals shouldn't have put me in actual danger. I would do well not to underestimate my new enemy.
So look at how, and you really get a sense of how narrow things feel when you're in the headset, but the streets feel incredibly narrow, and this had me really worried for Assassin's Creed Nexus, that the spaces would feel narrow, and everything feels like, linear corridors. It doesn't feel like I'm in a wide open city. So you do have, like with Assassin's Creed Nexus, you do have people that aren't enemies who populate the game. Both their AI and their animation is far, far weaker. Hey, buddy. And now he's gonna try and run away there. Okay. All right, so I got warned at how difficult this mortal opponent is. All right, we're now going to complete the undertaking, head to the sewers, and actually start the real game. Okay. Did not find the collectible. Dang it. Okay, so you're going to see the token RPG elements that this game gives you. You don't actually have a level, I don't think, but you do get skill points you can spend on a very small variety of skills. Now, this is the other type of environment that you get in this game. Hang on, guys, just 1 second. Let me get some nicotine here. You get 3 basic types of environments, and they all pretty much look the same. You get the sewers. You get the above ground open sequences, and then you get a couple of interiors. You get a library and I think like an office or something.
Yeah, all mercy. So yesterday I walked into the bar,
Interrupting Elena. Beating.
a bit more every day.
Okay, so that's locked. All right. Already, I don't feel immersed enough to need to do the crouching in real life. I'm just using the crouch button. This game is $10 less than Assassin's Creed Nexus. I was excited enough for the game that I did pre-order and get 10% off the game. So I paid $26 for it, and I feel like I got my $26 worth out of it. Whereas Assassin's Creed Nexus, I feel like I've gotten far more than the $40 I paid for out of it. I feel like I got a full-length, $70, $60, $70 AAA game. You can use your heightened senses to sense enemy heartbeats and view distractions through walls. Okay, where am I going? Oh, I'm going this way. Okay. So I can see I've got 1 guy there. When I move, it turns into 2. Hold, B-aim. Okay, so it's telling me how to do a blink attack yet again. And, again, more contextual climbing, so I can climb this chain. The lower resolution textures in this don't stand out, I think, quite as much as they do in Assassin's Creed Nexus because of that oil painterly art style. It just sort of feels like the art style of the game. And it is once again re-tutorializing how to drink their blood. Okay. That was one of those things that when I first played it, like I said, during my first hour, I was like, oh, this is never going to get old. And unlike Nexus, it got old. The mechanics in this just aren't quite as polished or refined or feel as useful as they do in Assassin's Creed Nexus. And so when this game ended for me, I think I got about 8 hours out of the campaigns, 8, maybe 9 hours out of the campaign. I felt like I was ready for my time with the game to an end. I enjoyed my time with it, ready for it to be over. Assassin's Creed Nexus, I think I've already put in close to 10 hours, and I am trying to take it really slow and explore everything because I am not ready for my time with that game to end. So there is the Nosferatu.
Welcome to my humble haven. I have been waiting for you.
I am Pietro. Your contact must have mentioned me. I think you and I can strike a beneficial agreement.
And this is the one of the token RP. You can decide how you want to approach things. The first time I did it nice. Let's go with aggressive.
I'm here on my own business.
It.
You do well to remember that.
That's no way to start a relationship. I'll share what I know, but you have to be prepared to help me in return.
Just tell me what you know about the attack on Mahmoud. We'll start there.
Things have been stirring here these last couple of months. There's unrest in the Hekata ranks. A conflict brewing between the local lords. And I suspect you and your sire ended up in the crossfire. The corpse fuckers are searching far and wide for relics of a certain origin. I guess your sire didn't want to give their son. Luckily, your search to find the killer crosses paths with my own investigation. I've collected my thoughts for you on the table over there.
Okay. Yeah, the choices that you make feel like they have absolutely zero impact on the game. I first thought, okay, maybe you'll get some branching paths. Nope. And there's an ability that you can spec into. I always spec into the social abilities in games. There's one where you have a chance to intimidate in conversation. That option comes up in conversations 2, maybe 3 times throughout the entire game. So complete waste of points, and it goes up 3 levels. Like, come on.
In Venice, the Hekata have their fingers in everything. The mortals might not know it, but they are everywhere. They might delude themselves and call this a city of love. But those of us who live in the shadows know better. As with any organization that grows too big, it eventually becomes unwieldy. The same goes for the Hekata. I think our best bet is to find a way in via Elena Giovanni. She is not all there, shall we say. In my dealings with the local underclass of kindred help, I have often interacted with a man named Lorenzo. He will be easy to lean on for information, and rumor has it, he is in possession of something really juicy regarding our friend Elena. I would start by finding him. Suggest it's in his best interest to let us partake of that information. He usually hangs out at Campo San Antonio.
Okay, enter the inner sanctum. All right. So the story in this, it's a nice pulpy, like, kind of noir story. I just did not get invested at all with the way it was told. And I guess, it seems like there are things from the greater Vampire Masquerade lore. So maybe had I been more familiar with the series, the story might have meant more to me. But as it is, it's just kind of a basic plot. All right, so we're about to go in. This is how we level up. We squeeze some blood in the blood dish. We squeeze some more blood in the blood dish. We squeeze a little bit more blood in the blood dish. We keep squeezing blood in the blood dish until it fills up. Okay, there we go. Now we can enter the inner sanctum. Okay, I'm having some tracking difficulties. I think my headset might be just about due for a restart.
I need to become stronger to be able to face my enemy. They are more powerful than I expected.
Okay. I also, like I said, I'm not going to do like a full scripted video review for this game, but I do want some footage of this game to use in my review of Assassin's Creed Nexus, because they're so similar in that in that they're both stealth style first person games that they do feel kind of useful to compare. Okay, so this is the board. These are all of the skills that you can acquire. and there's not a whole lot. Chances are you're going to have most of them acquired by the end of the game. And while some of them are unique, they're not going to very drastically change how you play the game. This is the one that I was talking about that is a complete waste. Intimidate. This is the skill in conversations. You have a moderate chance to succeed in threatening NPCs. If successful, this will unlock optional paths or collectibles. Like I said, comes up maybe 2 or 3 times in the entire game and made 0 difference to my playthrough. Okay, Uncommon Appetite. This one might actually be useful. This one gives you a greater refill when you feast on rats. So this might be good if you're going for a no-kill playthrough. We're going to go through the different ways that you can play this game and what kind of tries to give this game some replay ability here in just a minute. Let's see, we don't have enough for that. So I think I am going to blow these first 500 points, and I think I'm going to go with Uncommon Appetite. Oops. No. No, come on. There we go. Okay. Leave the inner sanctum. All right. So I don't want to give the impression that this game is a bad game. Maybe pick it up on sale. If you can pick this game up for, say, more closer to around the $15 price range, there is $15 worth of fun to be had in this game. Excuse me, guys. For the first couple of hours that you play this game, it does make you feel like you are a vampire with super speed and able to be super stealthy and have, you know, some cool supernatural powers. It does kind of feel like Dishonored in VR, but when you see how much is missing from the core experience that made Dishonored, you'll see how much of a scaled back version this game feels. And that's sort of the stigma that VR has is, well, it's in VR, so it's going to feel like a really pared and cut down version. And this game, the way that it kind of drip feeds you things in the beginning, like a lot of games, it feels like there's going to be more variety than what there actually ends up being, and more freedom than what there ends up being. You know, it really had me worried that Assassin's Creed Nexus was going to be the same way. Small environments, a lot of like narrow linear corridors, not a whole lot of variety. But you know, sometimes it's true that lesser games make better games stand out that much more.
The group of pale-faced freaks who ran this part of the city were just like any other kindred. But they would put themselves first. And when they had a goal in mind, they would step on whoever needed stepping on to reach it. I was both right and wrong. The Hecata were a family bound to each other with ties deeper than any other kindred I'd ever met. While those ties could be stretched, it would be very hard to make them snap.
Things I do like about this game, I do like the neon look, and you know, you do have dynamic lighting. You can see the neon lights, you know, illuminate your hand, and then that effect go away as you step through the lights. This is a really cool version of Venice, a very small slice of Venice, and you can see it's got kind of like that honeycomb level design, where as you acquire more tools, you know, the area will open up to you more and more. It's just kind of a shame that the areas that open up to you look so similar to every other area. Okay, so let's do this mission. Let's see, we started at 1:30. It is 2:30, going for an hour. I want to try and keep this stream under 2 hours because I do have a couple of more things that I kind of want to get to today stream-wise. Definitely want to stream more of Assassin's Creed VR. Okay, so here are the optional challenges. Hang on, I want to talk about this real quick, where you can not get spotted and not take any damage. Sometimes the secondary objective will be not to kill any of the enemies. And that's supposed to be what gives this game playability.
I was heading toward the haunts of Lorenzo, a weak-minded thug who worked for Anna and Rosa, ghoul attendentes to Ellen and Giovanni. He could be our way into the organization. Pietro had leaned on him before and assured me he would fold easily. Now, I just had to find him.
Okay, so we're looking for a dude that we're going to get information out of. Is sort of the gist. And I do want to play long enough to at least show you guys, one or two of the abilities that you get to give this game a fair shake. Okay, use Cauldron of Blood to perform a powerful but noisy attack. Select it in the Discipline Wheel, and then aim at the enemy and hold A. Okay, so yes, all right, so we're already getting different abilities. Cauldron of Blood, so you can see now that Cauldron of Blood is selected, and now instead of turning invisible, it will launch this vein thing that causes the enemy's head to explode after a few seconds. Again, the powers are fun for a little while. And that's another thing that kind of gives it that Dishonored feel, are the powers that you get. Okay. I think I want to recharge my batteries. So this is the way stealth goes in this game. For almost its entirety, is you can just walk behind someone full speed. You don't have to crouch or anything, and probably no one's going to spot you. All right, so I need to find out where I'm going, though. Let's see, it looks like... Man, if I could only... All right, I see. That's the way that I want to go. I just don't remember how to get over there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if my vampire senses will give me any indication. And you don't have, like I said, you don't have the climbing options. I was paying better attention the first time that I played it, and okay. Let's see, no, there's nothing I can land on there like a parkour type thing. Let's see, there's nothing over there. Oh, duh, herpy-derpy-doo. Contextual climbing, just look for the thing that looks climbable. All right, here we go. So, while this style of climbing is fun, where you have to do every action, I do kind of prefer like just the fun, hold down a button and move forward, and occasionally have to use your hands and do the cool parkour shit. All right, now I'm able to... All right. There we go. So now we made it. Okay, let's see. Place... Okay, so a Shadow Trap. All right, so we are getting our other powers. Shadow Trap, this is one that I found worked occasionally. I was having a lot of trouble getting the Shadow Trap to spring. All right, there we go. So let's see. I think what I want to do now is... Actually, I want to read what this has to say here real quick. When approaching enemies, always try to do it from an elevated position. Alright, I know I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think I'm going to sneak, quote-unquote, up behind this guy. And have a little snack.
So, did you get your delivery done last night?
Okay, so I want to...
Glad I don't have to listen to those screams again for a while. That Fondaka was a scary place. Anna is a freak. Don't get on her bad side. What are you looking at?
Nothing. There's just so few people around here.
All right.
Maybe it's these masks. Just looking at you makes me shiver.
So that's kind of why, or how they justify all of the enemies looking the same in this. They do have different body types, but they all have the same faces because they're all wearing these identical masks. Okay. Let me drop down and take a bite of this guy real quick. And then go over and take a bite of this lady real quick, because picking off enemies in this game is almost always this simple. And for people who are complaining about the combat being bad in Assassin's Creed Nexus, wait until you see the melee combat in this game. All right. Okay, I see. So I want to... Okay, this makes sense. All right. So I don't have nothing to grab onto there. Let's see if I can just go around this way then. Okay, let's see. Do I have an easy path to get back up there now? All right, let's see. How do I...
Hey everyone, I've got an update for you about the escaped prisoners. We've placed a sniper at the training now. They won't get far, but just in case, keep a lookout. Anna was
let's see, how do I... Ah, here we go. Okay, so there's a sniper up here. Alright, so I seem to have kind of bosh that. Oh! No. So this is where you just use blink to move from cover instance to cover instance. Alright. There we go. Alright. Now, where do I go from here? Oh! Okay, so I have failed both of the bonus challenges. Okay, let's see how much progress I lose here. Okay, so we're going to regain our vantage point here. Actually... So, your melee combat is you punch him in the face, and then you punch him in the face again. And that's melee. Use Cloak of Shadows to stay hidden from enemies. Well, thanks a lot, shipped it. Okay, I don't have a whole lot left. Yikes. Alright. So I guess I'm taking the ground path.
Come out, wherever you are. Present for you.
And hopefully just by staying... Oh, man!
You're dead.
This level is not designed in a particularly fun way, and I'm not just saying that because I keep losing. You know, I did pass it during my first playthrough fairly easily. It just doesn't feel fun to play. You know, like it's not where, you know, like, okay, I've been spotted. Let's look for new fun paths. It just feels frustrating, and like I'm trying to figure out what the actual like path of detection for the snipers are, because I don't have any fun, creative ways to take out the snipers. Okay, so I think that's going to boost my health. Nice! Okay, I do vaguely remember finding that my first original playthrough. So that will be appreciated. All right, so let's see. Can I do this better? Okay, use Cloak of Shadows. All right, I got Cloak of Shadows up. Let's see, all right.
I'll look over here. Cover the other side.
All right. Now this is me trying to figure out where to go here. Yikes, I don't have a whole lot of... Alright.
Searching for the intruder.
But I should be able to drink this. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I need to sleep. Come on now. There you are, monster.
2 punches. Two punches.
Hey, everyone.
Aww. Like, I feel like if this game had more fun level design, I would not be playing so carelessly. Like, there's just something about this game that makes me get really lazy in the way that I play. Okay. All right, so going to do all that all over again. Gotcha. Okay, let me just speed through it here. All right, so I did get that health increase. Let's see what's on this note here. I need to leave Venice. The streets aren't safe anymore after the evacuations. Only the crazy are still around. Yesterday, I heard gunshots outside. I'm going to meet a guy by the canal. He said he had a boat. Said he could get me out of here. Okay, so let me reach back around here and grab this, and then this. And up we go. Over this way we go. And now back here. Now over here. Now as quickly as we can. And we're going to do it again. We're going to come over here. And then I'm going to see... Wait for the laser to go by, and hopefully I can get a good time to get behind this guy, because I want to eat this guy. There we go. So now I'm back to full ability. And if I wanted to, I could Cauldron of Blood that guy. All right. So I think I'm a little bit more... Well, I guess I could just beeline it with... this. There we go. So I was serious when I say this has a really good and compelling. Oops. Well, that's the opposite of what I intended to do. First couple of hours. Sorry, innocent lady. But I'm hungry. All right. So let's see. I don't know if there's anything interesting up here. But for you guys, we will check it out and go see. Oh, there's just a person. Yoink! All right.
What? You don't look like you're from around here. Did Pietro send you?
Let's go with aggressive.
What's it to you? You have something I want.
If you want it, you are going to have to pay for it.
I really don't have time for this. Tell me what you have, and then we'll talk about compensation.
It's a phone. Anna and Rosa are talking, and... Oh, shit! You're one of them! Get away from...
Oh, shit.
I'm out of here!
There we go. Oh, shit. I feel like he's getting away.
They're here!
Come out, wherever you are!
Please, don't hurt me. Why are you doing this?
You have something I need, and then you ran.
It's a phone. I tapped into Rosa's line and got them talking about stuff they shouldn't. It's right there. Just take it, my friend. I don't want anything to do with your kind.
My kind?
Look, my friend, I haven't seen anything, okay? I'm blind. Not gonna say a word to anyone.
Okay, so this was the option that I went with during my first playthrough and didn't pick this time because it doesn't.
You won't live long.
Didn't make any
Just take the
difference.
phone, my friend. Just take it and leave. I'm getting out of town.
Yeah? What do you want? I'm just calling to see how you feel today, sister. That was quite a beating you took. Next time it's gonna be your turn. You know how she is. Or maybe she just likes me more. Fuck you. Yeah, I know. We should do something about it. We really fucking should. So, what do you propose? I don't know. Knock her over the head and tie her up somewhere so she gets a real good look at the sunrise, maybe. That would be glorious. I'm serious. We need to do something about her. Maybe we should talk to Tommaso. He could set her straight, if he wanted to. We should probably not talk about this over the phone.
Okay, so we'll go to the Inner Sanctum and see what we can upgrade. Then we'll go back to Pierre's hideout. We'll think about doing one more mission and Vampire Justice or Vampire Masquerade Justice available for the MetaQuest platforms and the PSVR 2. I recommend getting this game on sale. Okay, so let's see. What is Unseen Passage? The hunger increased while blending in the environment. is lowered. You know what? There's nothing. There's nothing that really strikes my interest. So I think I'm going to wait until I can update something more interesting, or until some more interesting options come open. So I'm going to go ahead and bank those points for right now. Even though after this stream, I don't have any real indication of continuing playing this game. I'm going to get back to Assassin's Creed Nexus, and then Asgard's Wrath 2 is going to be my next game after that. Okay, so let's go see. I think next we're going to get the crossbolt. So this should be good. This should give us an idea of everything that we have
You've brought the phone
available to us in this game.
We don't waste any time.
They sure don't like their boss. What should we do with this information?
We could just share it, but where's the fun in that? Better to make sure it is found when we get the most bang for the proverbial buck.
And how do you propose we do that?
Rosa has her headquarters in an old bar. You should hide the phone in her office, somewhere no one will find it until you want them to.
And then we wait.
Yes. And then we wait. While you were out and about, I picked up a thing I think you will enjoy. You can find it over there.
Are you going to point? Nope, you just... Okay, here it is. Yep, so that is the crossbolt. Open the bolt selection menu by pressing Y. Create a bolt. Let's see. There we go. And you have these things that you can shoot throughout the environment. Okay. But we're not going to worry about shooting all of these things for right now. We're just going to get on with the mission. So the first type of bolt that you get does nothing against enemies. So all it does is it dissolves certain chains. So it opens up new paths for you in the environment, does nothing for you on a defensive or offensive angle. Later on, you do get bolts that first temporarily put people to sleep, and then you can level into obtaining bolts that kill enemies. So it gives you one extra tool in your arsenal. The arsenal does not feel nearly as fleshed out or diverse as Dishonored, a game that this game is aping, or Assassin's Creed Nexus does. It shows how limited a lot of it feels like how limited a lot of early VR games were with their levels of
interaction.
interaction.
To be a somewhat decent guy. I've met worse kindred, and definitely worse Nosferatu during my time in New York. He had described a period of captivity to me. Years spent starving in a moldy cell below ground, slowly going insane. He talked about the family his captors had killed, their lives taken for no reason but to torment him. I'm not a nostalgic person, but his tale stirred something deep inside me. He yearned for justice. I was actually happy that I could help.
Dissolve chains with bolts of corrosive ice. So this is what I said about, it opens up new paths, as you saw when we were walking around the level earlier. Just the overworld of outside Venice, you saw gates that had chains wrapped around them. That's how you open up those gates. All right, I think I'm gonna create a couple of more bolts and go find a human innocent to go snack on. Okay, and this is where this level officially starts. We're going to go plant a phone in someone's desk. And the story, just the way it's presented, it did not interest me enough to pay enough attention to give like a full in-depth recap. Like I said, maybe it's because I don't have any prior knowledge of the other Vampire Masquerade games, but I just didn't find the story in this to be that compelling outside of, hey, it's a neat, pulpy, noir-style story in VR. It gets down, a lot of the look, the neon lights,
the plan was to hide
the
the
foggy
phone with the incriminating
volumetrics,
message somewhere inside
dealing with
Rose's
the
rundown
seedy
bar.
underground and the criminal
Trouble
cartels.
was, Pietro had no absolute location.
But as far as the
It
specifics
was making him
goes,
forget.
well, let's listen.
His head had been tampered with. But I was beginning to suspect there was more to it. Mortal Venetians shunned some areas in Venice like the plague. I could feel an oppressive force in the air, like it was cursed. It made ordinary people turn away and left the Hecata to do their business undisturbed.
You'll come across a construction site swarming with thugs. Use your powers of persuasion to get them to talk.
Okay, so I think the Hecata are the bad guy. I think I'm gonna end the stream here pretty soon. Oh shit. Okay. So it's just telling me that I can create sleep bolts now. And as you can see, that's again as complex as the combat gets. And you're not finding items throughout the level. Your only resource is blood, and drinking blood both replenishes your resource of blood for you to create arrows, like the sleep bolt, do your powers, and drinking blood also restores your health as well.
Locked and loaded.
All right, so I think I'm going to drink that guy. I'm going to load up a sleep dart, and
Damn it. Fuck!
well, missed my aim on that one.
Supposed to be here. You're going dead.
So yeah, this game is super easy to cheese. Like with Assassin's Creed, you can kind of wave your sword around a little bit, but none of that felt satisfying. And the levels, this level, this area is kind of wide, but you don't have all of that clutter and all of those nooks and crannies to hide behind. So playing super sneakily just doesn't feel nearly as fun. And we're just gonna... Okay, so restoring a little bit of our health. And you're gonna help me restore a little bit of my health. All right. Where do I need to go? Okay, I think I went the wrong way. Yep, I want to go this way. Ah, security cameras. Okay. I don't think there's anything up here, so what I'm going to want to do is sneak by the security camera when I have an opening to get through that corridor. All right. So I'm going to wait for it.
They say they've never seen anyone move that fast.
They say that you're about to get dead. All right.
They show. We're ready to roll.
That can't be right.
Did anyone else see that?
Get the... Didn't you hear what I said? I told you to leave. All the gates are locked.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Now, open the door so I can get to Rose's bar. And I'll get out of your hair.
What did you just say to me? There's a private party at the bar. You're not invited, asshole. There's no way you're getting through here. Get out of my sight.
Okay. So that way is blocked, so we have to find an alternate route. And oh look, here is a conveniently placed ladder. I think that's one of those areas where if you had the intimidation skill, you could get her to just open up the gate for you, saving you this little route here. But other than that, doesn't really make a difference. Oh shit. Ah, there we go. Here's an open window right there. And let's see, how am I gonna get over there? There has to be a way. Ah, I see. There we go. Hey, Zaporij! Chorny! The police were here and told us it wasn't safe to stay until the damages from the rain had been assessed. Everything I own is here. I can't bear to part with it. Zaporij! Oh, okay, they're just in their food dish. All right. So let's see. It looks like this is some kind of a important key item. Okay. And now I can use the apartment key.
Guard up, everyone. Locked and loaded.
Let's see, is it just that guy? If it's just that guy. Oh, you're dead. And we're going up into this window here, it looks. Oh, shit. Okay.
What's your status?
Okay. All right, guys, and with that, I think we're going to call it a stream. This really is was one of my favorite levels when I played it. This and the library scene. This game does have good levels. It's just, a smaller scale game. And for a stealth game where sneaking around has to feel fun, waiting for things has to feel fun, the amount of variety of paths that you have and the tools that you have are core to the experience. This game just does fall a little bit short and end up feeling a little bit shallow and living up to that stigmata of VR games being pared down versions of regular flat screen games, and it doesn't have to be the case, as we have seen with Assassin's Creed Nexus. And with that, guys, I think I'm going to quit out of the game and call it a stream. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys join me later on this evening for some more Assassin's Creed Nexus. Mutant Fox, signing out.